Well, the middle name is always
I added stuff to my wish list for GameCon, which is really fun. Like gigs released on Tuesday, and so it's you can hit the submit for processing. So it's really processing all at once.
Is there
Yes and no. So there are some that are specifically for trying to get into game design. The only other thing is and so one step at a time.
Yeah, she has.
welcome to the 2025 hooding ceremony for the Counselor Education Program here at the University of Lynchburg. We are so glad to see you, but to be frank, we're actually more excited about the folks on that side of the stage. There'll be a lot of that, so get ready. My name is Dr. Sarah Bailey. I am the Counselor Education Program Director here, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you and all of our graduates to this incredible moment of celebration. There are countless hours of hard work and effort, and maybe a tear or two by the faculty, and a lot of hope. And I'm inspired by our graduates, and I know that you are too. It is also my pleasure to introduce some of our speakers tonight, and I will begin by introducing Dr. Jeremy Welsh. He is our Chief Academic Officer, and he is here to speak a few words to our graduates and to our audience.
Thank you. So good afternoon to our students, family, friends, faculty, deans, and President Morrison Shetler, and to all, congratulations for today. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Graduates, you have dedicated yourself to a noble endeavor to become counselors, and I am grateful. Today, perhaps more than ever, the world stands in an area where your gift will be essential for our future. According to the World Health Organization, 1 out of every 8 people globally, over 970 million people, will struggle with mental health challenges in 2025. That's an increase of 78 million people over 2024. The need for skilled, compassionate healthcare professionals like yourself is not just significant, it's vital. Your work will have a positive impact and should never be understated. As counselors, you'll be on the front lines of healthcare, getting into the strengths that you share and being able to share them with the patients and the people you see every single day. It's also important that those strengths are part of your work no matter where it is, in schools, neighborhoods, private practices, or public service. Your service is essential. You'll help them to understand the care of their mental health and understand that it's just as critical in every aspect as their physical health. Your time at Lynchburg has prepared you to be a beacon of hope within the healthcare landscape. You will show those that are struggling with life events or social pressures that they are not alone. Their challenges do not define them, and seeking help is not just acceptable, it's courageous. Your own courage, forged here at Lynchburg, will inspire them. Because of your dedication, countless individuals will find the strength to confront anxiety, heal from traumas, and oversee insecurities. You now possess extraordinary power, and I'm confident that you will use it well. Thank you for wanting to help those that are hurting. I know that you will be a leader, and you will build trust, you'll be shaping communities, and you'll be here with Lynchburg and far beyond. I'm so proud of you and all that you will contribute to healthcare, and I wish you the very best for this critical and important work. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Welsh. Next, allow me to introduce the Dean of the School of Medicine and Health Sciences, Dr. Jenna Rolfe.
So, class of 2025 Counselor Education graduates, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and leadership of the School of Medicine and Health Sciences, it is my great pleasure to extend heartfelt congratulations to each of you on this remarkable achievement. Your dedication to the values of empathy, service, and academic excellence has not only enriched our community, but has prepared you to make a profound impact on the lives of others. As you transition from students to professionals, you carry with you the knowledge, compassion, and resilience that define this noble field. We are proud of all you have accomplished, and we are excited for all that lies ahead. Thank you for the passion and commitment you brought to our institution. May your journey forward be fulfilled with purpose, continued learning, and the deep fulfillment that comes from guiding others toward healing and growth. Congratulations, class of 2025.
to introduce a colleague and a friend. And here's the thing you need to know about Dr. Daniel Hall. I reached out to him several days ago, and I said, hey, Daniel, I need a bio. I need something to introduce you with. I said, and if you don't send it to me, I'll make one up. So in true Dr. Daniel Hall form, he sent me a couple of versions, and I might integrate them a bit. Dr. Hall arrived at the University of Lynchburg in 2018. He has spent most of his time here as a faculty member and the director of the Counselor Education Program. He has served in numerous roles at our university, including as the General Faculty Chair, Chief Innovation Officer, and Faculty Liaison to the Board of Trustees. He earned tenure in 2022 and helped lead the Counselor Education Program through a successful reaccreditation from KCREP in 2023. He has practiced counseling for over a decade, mostly in private practice settings he joined or started. Daniel's professional experience before entering the counseling profession included being the human resource manager for a manufacturing company, working as an event manager in the sports and entertainment industry, and serving as a faculty member for the Center for Creative Leadership in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he worked with corporations, higher education institutions, and executives on leadership development. This past year, Dr. Hall moved into an administrative role here at the University of Lynchburg, where he now serves as the Chief of Staff and Organizational Strategy in the Office of the President, working closely with President Allison and our university leadership to ensure the health and vitality of our university in a challenging higher education landscape. Daniel and his wife Morgan just celebrated their 15th wedding anniversary, and they have 3 beautiful children, all of whom look exactly like their father. It's weird. Elliot, who's 8, Emerson, who's 6, and Miller, about to turn 3. And there's more. Dr. Hall is a professional chameleon. Now, that may sound a little funny, but that is actually true. Since I have known him, he has had several iterations and several new paths that he's integrated into his professional and personal life. He likes to facilitate change in whatever role he finds himself in. But here's what you really need to know about Dr. Daniel Hall. He is a big kid. He pretends to do adult things from 8 to 5, really, really convincingly. He's a superstar. And he is then his true self the remainder of the time. From a personal standpoint, as I stepped into the role of Counselor Education Program Director this year, and Daniel knows this, when we had the first discussion about this, there were more tears from me than I probably cried all year when I said, I can't do this, Daniel. He has been an incredible support and guided many of our students on the stage, in fact, all of our students on the stage today. And so before he gives his keynote, I would like to give a special thanks for his role in developing these counselors. And with that, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce my colleague and friend, Dr. Daniel Hall.
We'll get set up here. All right, good afternoon, distinguished faculty. Move this a little bit. Distinguished faculty, proud families, honored guests, and most importantly, to our graduates. It's an honor to be here with you today as we celebrate your incredible achievements and the journey that has brought you here. So I'm going to start this keynote with the interactive part. So I've got a question for you, and I'm going to let anybody answer it. Anybody up here? Anywhere on the stage? Okay, it's a really important question. What does one say in a keynote? Taught you well. Any ideas? Okay. Well, I was hoping you might have something better than I came up with, but we'll go with what I got here. So this is a question I've been pondering over the last month or so as I reflected on my time with you all, our students, our graduates, and what I might use this opportunity to say to you. It seemed like I'm supposed to talk about myself a bit. I think that's what happens in keynotes. But it also seemed like I'm supposed to impart some last little sprinkle of wisdom as you are here today to celebrate the conclusion of your studies. So with that framework, two themes came to mind that I want to share with you. The first is life never stops transitioning. And the second is that the power to choose is critical in those transitions. So the first point, life never stops transitioning. There was some interesting happenstance as I approached this evening. I turned 40 a couple weeks ago. And as I was preparing these remarks, I found myself in a peculiar position of contemplating your future while simultaneously engaging in my own obligatory midlife reflection. I concluded that perhaps I'm actually at a good vantage point to give this keynote today. I'm far enough along in life to have some perspective, yet close enough to where you are today to remember the uncertainty of transitioning from graduate school into my professional life. You are celebrating a significant life transition today, but it is far from your last, and it's important to recognize that many of your future transitions will be unexpected and unplanned. The result of life evolving as it will in ways that we cannot foresee today. I imagine many of you are asking yourselves, what comes next? Some of you have your path mapped out, ready to begin your practice serving populations you discovered or had the opportunity to work with during your time in our program. Others may feel the weight of uncertainty, wondering if you've chosen the right path or what your next step will be. I know that feeling, and I thought I'd share a story. So this is the part where I'm going to talk a bit about myself, just to orient everybody. In my own journey, I have experienced numerous unexpected transitions. I'm going to take you back to 2008. I was working in human resources in the manufacturing industry. I don't know if anybody remembers 2008, but it was rough. The economy tanked, and we entered what would be a years-long worldwide recession. Within weeks, the company I worked for laid off over half of our workforce. I watched as people I'd worked alongside packed up their things, their futures suddenly uncertain. I was the one delivering the news, processing the paperwork, and I was witnessing lives transition. It threw me into my own transition, one that would ultimately lead me to the field of counseling. I'll share a bit more about this particular point in my life in just a minute. This was the first in a series of transitions that led me to where I am today. From that HR position, I went back to school to get a second undergraduate degree because I partied way too much during my first one and I couldn't get into a grad school. I earned a second bachelor's degree, and then I got rejected at least a dozen times from grad schools before being accepted into my top choice. I had dreams of doing clinical work until one of my professors in my master's program pulled me into his office one day and told me that he thought I should give serious consideration to getting my PhD, something that I had never considered and wouldn't have dreamed was within the realm of possibility. After completing my doctorate, I moved halfway across the country to be a faculty member at a rural public university surrounded by hours of cornfields in all directions. My wife and I had our first of 3 beautiful children there, and were then faced with the up until then unknown fact that we would want to be close to family as our children grew up. Which is what led me here to the University of Lynchburg, where I had the pleasure of working with all of you wonderful people. I'm sharing this with you all not simply as an artifact of my midlife reflection, but because if you had asked me back in 2008 what the transitions over the next 17 years would be, there is absolutely no way I could have predicted how life has unfolded for me. I imagine if we polled the people in this room, we would hear similar stories of unpredictable transitions in life. So that's my first point. Life is a series of continuous transitions, most of which we don't see coming. Which leads me to my second point, is the power of choice is critical in these transitions. I just mentioned my experience back in 2008 when I was working in HR. And a pivotal moment for me in that experience was in one of our weekly managers meetings, which were dry. Amid all the difficulty of that period, our plant manager did something unexpected. He came into the meeting with a box of books and handed out copies of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. So I don't know if you know who Viktor Frankl is or what that book is, but Dr. Frankl was an Austrian psychiatrist who lived through the concentration camps during World War II, and Man's Search for Meaning is his autobiography of that experience. The plant manager told us he had read it at a point in his life where he wasn't sure how to make it through the uncertainty of losing one of his children. I don't know if you've ever had the experience where you have read or heard an idea or a concept and it shifts things for you profoundly and permanently. But as I read Frankl's words about finding meaning in the midst of unimaginable suffering, one principle stood out to me in this profound way. Everything can be taken from a person but one thing: the freedom to choose one's attitude towards inevitable suffering. This principle of choice, this fundamental freedom we always retain, regardless of the circumstances around us, doesn't just apply to life's challenging moments. It's at the very heart of the work we do as counselors every single day. And graduates, as I was thinking over the times when I saw this concept of choice play out in our time together, I could think of no better illustration than the improv exercises we did in class. So if you could stand up, no, I'm joking. So for those of you who don't know, we would regularly practice improv warm-ups in class as an exercise. Now, I know some of you were thinking during those exercises, what does using your body to physically represent a volcano or making up gibberish words and defining them have to do with becoming a counselor? But here's the thing. Those improv exercises, like counseling, are all about the power of choice in the moment. It's about the practice of accepting and choosing to adapt to whatever the person in front of you brings to you. It's about choosing flexibility over rigidity, spontaneity over scripts, and authentic presence over predetermined plans. As you leave here tonight and begin your next transition, remember that you carry with you both the profound truth of choice and the playful wisdom of being an improvisational conversation artist. Every client or student interaction, every unexpected moment in session, every transition in your professional and personal journey will offer you that same fundamental choice: to meet what comes with presence, flexibility, and an open heart. Today's transition is a significant one. You are no longer counselors in training. You're counselors. For my faculty colleagues and me, you are no longer our students. You are our peers and our colleagues. I'm excited to witness you embrace this transition and the many transitions yet to come with the same courage, creativity, and choice that brought you here tonight. Congratulations to you all.
For what you came for. As I read the names of our graduates, I encourage you to clap. As your graduates are being hooded, I encourage you to clap. As they walk back to their seats, what do you think I want? I mean, if you feel like it. All right, so we're going to read our graduates in alphabetical order. You can see from the program the different programs that our students have engaged, either clinical mental health or school counseling. But we will begin by hooding our first graduate, Aaron Xavier Barksdale. As reflection, Aaron wrote, "The journey to helping others is paved with reflection, introspection, and accountability, but it should also have moments of joy, laughter, and fun."
Norman Fitzka. Norman says, "This journey has been profound, shared adventure marked by meaningful connections and understanding. I am truly grateful to my family, the faculty, and my peers. Your support, the valuable lessons taught, and our shared experiences, including comps and those it depends moments, have impacted me deeply. Reflecting on this experience, I am filled with gratitude. I eagerly wait our next chapters. Lindsay Fisher. Lindsay said, Lynchburg has been a big part of my life thus far. I am so grateful for the friends I have made while I've been here, the connections I have made personally and professionally. I am thankful for the opportunity to continue my education. Lastly, I just want to thank everyone who has been part of my journey so far, who has rooted for me and helped me. Carrie Lloyd. Thank you to my family, friends, professors, and colleagues who have supported me throughout my time here. This program has given me amazing tools and lifelong connections, but more than that, it has given me a sense of confidence in my abilities. I will always remember that empathy is not a weakness, but one of the greatest strengths of all. Richard Parker Manley. With deep gratitude, I thank my parents. Your unwavering support and sacrifices made this achievement possible. To all those who have and continue to support me, your presence, encouragement, and belief in me have sustained me through these transformative years. This journey in Lynchburg has been one of growth, challenge, and discovery. I share this milestone with all of you. Thank you for being part of it. Natalie McCain. I began this program with the intent to help women navigate challenging seasons. Coincidentally, I entered the most challenging season of my own life, thriving personally and academically, shifting to surviving. I continue to show up despite my internal struggles and discover that presence is unparalleled. Silence can be invitational, and curiosity always. Caleb, James, and Will, you are fiercely loved and cherished. Taylor Meadows. Thank you to everyone who has been by my side during my time completing this degree. Special thanks to my family, my mom and dad, Caroline and Darren, my friends, and my K-6 family for your endless support and encouragement through these past 3 years. I couldn't have done it without you all. To my professors, thank you for your continuous motivations to be the best clinician possible for future and current clients. Here's to an infinite amount of situations where we can say, it depends. Blake Carmen Neal. I want to share a moment of gratitude. First, to the community that is this program, my classmates who are now friends and my professors who are now mentors, especially Dr. Summers for being on speed dial all hours of the night. Thank you to my friends and family for being my cheerleaders. Finally, to Jesus for giving me confidence even when I doubted myself. I will leave this program changed. Katie Elizabeth Uten. I am deeply grateful to the faculty of the counseling department, my close friends, boyfriend, and our family for supporting me through this journey. The stars are not as far away as we think. The magic is just a matter of looking in the right direction. Morgan Blair Robertson. Dr. Booth, Dr. Hall, Dr. Dixon, Dr. Zongron, Tiffany Boydo, Sandy Canelli, Morgan Kane, and my program mates for supporting me and answering my many questions over the past 2.5 years. From what classroom are we in to it's finally here, what in the world do I do now? I am utterly exhausted, but proud to officially be your colleague. Aneda Rodriguez Santiago. I am endlessly grateful to my parents, fiance, and family for their love, encouragement, and unwavering support. Your words and love have lifted me up, and I am forever thankful for each of you. To faculty and classmates, thank you also for believing in me, even when I struggled to believe in myself. We did it. Bailey Seville. Thank you to my family, friends, professors, and classmates. Each one has played an important role in my growth as a counselor and a person. I am forever grateful for the opportunities that have come my way. Madison Presley Scarce. Thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout this journey. I could not have made it without the encouragement of my family and other important people in my life. And finally, Erica Marie Terry. There is so much that I could say, but unfortunately, there's not enough time, so I'll leave it at this. To my family, friends, and professors, your unwavering support and encouragement has meant the world to me. Thank you for sticking by my side throughout this incredibly difficult, but even more rewarding journey. I would not be who I am today without all of you. I remain in awe of the support and grateful for my village. To my fellow graduates, we did it. I am so proud of all of you. Onwards and upwards, my friends.
One more time, 2025 graduates. I'd like to take this time to express my thanks for all of my colleagues here on the stage and my colleagues here on the stage. And I will end with some words, a little housekeeping. We do have some refreshments, lots of sweet goodies out there on the table. So please hang out with us after we're done here and enjoy some time together. So I will end with these words. We wait, assembled, expectant, briefly anchored in time. First, the breath, then the silence, more natural now. Opening, they and us, opening. It begins, we wait. That uncertain and precious balance between safety and unease, so familiar, in the room with us. Jagged edges, long silenced yearnings, veiled tragedies, censored fears. The traumatic, the mundane, stories in search of a vessel. Unvoiced truths, clamoring for oxygen as if drowning and finally recognizing the beckoning shore. Shame, celebration, joy, sorrow, the fully imperfect perfection that is personhood. Truth slips through, words previously unuttered. The air is heavy with truth, secreted away for eons. Witness, reflection. Theirs is not a story to be born alone. Ours is not a story to be born alone. And so we wait, assembled, expectant, briefly anchored in time, keepers of the vessel, docents, translators, alchemists. We are. They are. And in that sacred space, with us, with them, willing to tolerate distress, we are. Upon that willingness, it depends. One more time, congratulations for the class of
Directions have been